To start your Notan design, you're going to go up here to the Shape tool and choose a square. So first I chose a rectangle. I'm going to hold down the Shift key to constrain my proportions. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key, click and drag, and it makes my square. I'm going to put that right in the center, and you'll notice that there's a red line saying that I'm centered right to left, and I'm going to lower that down a little bit. Now it's exactly in the center of my page. I'm going to change that color to black and change the outline to transparent so that there's no outline. Now the fun part begins. I'm going to start designing each 4 sides of my square. I'm going to go up here to my line tool, for example, and I'm going to use my curve tool, and I'm going to create some fun little curves here. Let's see, I'm going to do, well, I'm going to start with something similar to this actually, so you can see. I'm going to make it a little bit different though. I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to curve out like this. I'm going to sort of make this shape of an eye with my curve tool. I'm just clicking, and then when I bring it right back there, and I'm just going to click one last time, and that creates a shape. Now I'm going to change that to be a white color, and I'm going to release the line, the outline, so make it transparent so that I don't have that anymore. So now I just have this shape right here. Next, I want to copy and paste this. So I'm going to do Command C for copy and Command V for paste. I'm going to lay that one just right on top so that they're perfectly aligned. Right click on the shape, go to rotate, and then I'm going to flip it out horizontally. Okay, so now the problem right now is that it's still white. So if I drag this out, it's going to like disappear and you're not going to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to be black right now, the opposite color. I'm going to put that right out there. And if I'm not sure, if I can't get it exactly where I want it, I'm going to use my zoom tool here. So I can zoom in and make sure those are actually touching, and look that they're not. So I'm going to bring that in a little bit closer there and bring this one in a little closer so that they're exactly touching. So that zoom tool is actually pretty helpful. I'm going to go back up here and click on fit so we can see the whole design. Now, I really actually like the symmetry of this, so I might do some copying and pasting of this. I'm going to hold down the shift key, and that's also like the plus button. So if I click on this, hold down the shift key, click on this, now I've selected both of those. So the shift key is sort of like a plus button. I'm going to do Command C and Command V, and now I've made a second version of it. I'm going to bring that out here to the side. But this one's black and that one's white, and I need them to be opposite. So I'm going to first click on this one, change that to black, click on this other one right here, choose white. So, okay, that looks pretty good actually. Okay, so now I'm going to do some regular plain shapes. I'm going to click on my shape tool. I'm going to drive my mouse across that gray area right there, click on this circle. If I want to constrain the proportions, I'm going to click down on the shift key and then drag out with my mouse. Okay, that's kind of a boring shape though. I might want to save that for later. I'm going to set that one aside for right now. I think let's get something more interesting. So let's go up to the shape tool and let's use maybe like, oh shoot, let's just try this, and I'm going to make it like a shape that I like here. And now I want to rotate it. So I'm going to grab this rotation tool and I could rotate. Okay, I might put that right in there, but it's a little bit too big, I think. So I'm going to shrink that down, holding down my shift key so I can constrain my proportions, drag that in. I want to make that white, and I want to get rid of the outline. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I need to copy and paste, Command C and Command V, get those right lined up there. Okay, so now I'm going to right click on it and rotate, flip horizontally. Okay, so now I got to drag that out. Okay, so I got to guess where that's going to be. That's one way to do it. You kind of got to guess there. But there are other ways you can get it exact. So let me show you. If you want to see it, I think it needs to go out a little bit. So to get it exact, what I could do is I could bring that right in, bring this one right in. And let's go and zoom in a little bit so we can see what we're doing. I'm going to drag this guy in and this one in. Okay, so those are pretty close to being exact there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one of them. I'm going to use my keyboard. And I'm going to use the arrows on my keyboard. I'm going to choose right. And I'm going to count my clicks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now on this one, I know I need to do 3. The other way. 1, 2, 3. Now I know they're mathematically exact. I'm going to hold down my Shift key again to select both of those. Command C for copy, Command V for paste. Let's drag these over. I need to fit it onto my screen so I can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to drag that out here. Okay, now I just need to change this one to black and then change this one to white. Does that work? Yes, that does. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so then I'm just going to keep working on it. Each thing that I need to do, I'm going to make sure that I have an opposites here. So let's try one with a polyline right here, this polyline in the line tool. So let's see here. Oops, I didn't grab it. Let me grab that again. Okay, so I'm going to click. Let's just make something real fun here. I might want to go right back, make this flat so it'll be easier. Okay, so I have this shape. I want to shrink it down, hold down the Shift key, bring that down. I'm going to put this one right up there. Let's change that to white, no outline. Now I'm going to copy, Command C, Command V, put that right over the top there. Change this one to black. Now I'm going to this time rotate it, but I'm going to flip it vertically. There we go. Take this, put it right down there. Okay, so you can continue to do this. You can use really simple shapes if you need to. And I'm going to hold down the Shift key, put that there. Let's make that white, no outline. Copy, Command C, Command V for paste. Let's get that aligned there. And let's change this one to black. Now, let's make this a little bit more elaborate. Okay, so if I take this shape, Command C, Command V. Oh, you know what? I think actually I want to get both of these. Hold down the Shift key, Command C and Command V to copy them. What if I was to rotate these exactly 180 degrees? Okay, and then shrink them. Hold down the Shift key, shrink them down a bit. Let's work our way up. Okay, that actually looks pretty cool. Take a look at that. Now, I'm going to copy those. Command C, Command V. Right up there. I'm going to rotate them around so that they're opposite again. And I'm going to shrink those. Hold down the Shift key. Take a look at that. You could pretty much do infinity here. Now, you don't want to do both sides at the same time, and I'll show you why. Let's see. I think I need to move that a little bit over. So let's zoom in here. Okay. I need to move that over. There we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste. That lined up there. And then I'm going to rotate, flip that over. And I'm going to shrink that down. Hold down the Shift key. Let's get that right in there. Okay, I mean, I could just like keep going. But I only do one side. And here's why, is because I can select all of this. So I just click and drag to select it all. And then I can hold down the Shift key and select this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, I'm going to copy it, paste it. I'm going to drag this one over to the other side. So let's fit that in there again. And I'm going to drag this off to the side. But look at the black's not going to show up. So I need to flip that whole thing over. So you can start making something really elaborate if you just think about Oops, we want to zoom in here. If you just think about like working smart by like copying and pasting, you could get something really elaborate. Okay, if you have trouble getting them lined up, just zoom in and then you can really get that lined up exactly how you want it. Let me get right in there. Okay, so I like that, and I'm going to make it fit a little bit better so we could look at that. So I've got it. Oh my goodness, I've got a good start to my design. I'm just going to keep working on it, and the key to all of this is to copy and paste a lot. So get one design on one side and flip it over to the other side. Okay, that way you can get a lot of work done in very short time. Make sure that you have all 4 sides designed. So I need to have something designed up here, and I'm just going to keep going and going and going until time's up, right? So I can make this as elaborate as I want. I really want to go for a 4 on this.